Hello everybody, this is Jessica with Stamp a Blessing. Super excited to join you today to share some ideas with the new paper pumpkin kit, the Bon Appetit. Yes, today is part 2 of my non-Halloween ideas for this kit. It's actually themed on Halloween, but I don't celebrate Halloween, so I decided to bring some ideas last week for it. And this week as well, I am bringing some ideas. Today, I'm focusing on the boxes. Last week was the stamp set. Today is the boxes. Next Monday, I'll be doing another video focusing on those skeletons and hands and everything that came with the die cuts, and it's gonna be super fun. At the end today, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more details on my 23 carrying cards challenge that starts today, September 23rd. I hope you join me at the end and that you keep creating blessings for other people. Super excited to share with you. So you know how last week we were creating with our paper pumpkin, the new one, Bon Appetit. Today, I want to focus on the little boxes that we received. We received a bunch of them. So idea number 1 will be to actually embellish your boxes your way. So here's one of my boxes. And what I did this time is that I actually brought one of my newest stamp sets, the Harvest Hellos from the new holiday catalog. And I brought a piece of Mary Merlot. I brought the Mary Merlot ink pad and also my apple right here. And we will be using that one right now. So I will show you how to make a tag for this and how nice these boxes actually coordinate with Mary Merlot. I really, really like that. So I'm just stamping my apple there. I'm gonna put this aside. Then I'm gonna bring my coordinating punch. And we will be just punching that out. 1, 2, 3. Now, I want to give you a hint on how to do this. What I did is that I took my apple, then I actually took a punch, a hole punch is I think it's like 1/8 of an inch or something like that. It's the tiny, tiny one. You see it right there. And I went ahead and I did a hole right here because I wanted to use my apple as a tag. Then after I did that, I took a piece of twine, and this is just black twine. You can use any twine, but since we are having black and that pumpkin color right there, I went ahead and I passed this through my little hole, and this is the way I'm going to use this little tags. Then I went and I stamped one of the little flowers, the little leaves. And if you see my punch, it coordinates. So when you stamp the leaf that is right there, you stamp it on Mango Melody. I did that. And then I punch one of these in black. Coordinates real good. And the next step was to just glue them together. So I glued those two together with a glue dot. Then I added another glue dot right here. And after you put this on, you will put this. So what I did is that I opened my little box. And instead of putting it through the whole thing, I only put it through one of them. That way, when when the recipient opens the box, it doesn't have to really deal with a tag. I thought after doing severals, I thought that was the best idea. They don't have to really mess up the apple at all. They can open it and close it, and it will still look beautiful. So I'm gonna pull this here and pull this here and just make it look cute. Okay. Then I'm going to close my box again. These boxes are so super cute, and I'm going to show you, I have 3 ideas for you for them, for things to put inside, okay? But I'm going to show, I should have given a little bit more leeway on there. But anyhow, here I have this one with a glue dot. After I put it on my box, I'm going to then put this right here. After I put it on my box, right? Because what I did is that when I was putting everything together with this, sometimes I kind of knock it off, or this was not in the right spot. Like I would even cover that little hole right there, and then could not do it. I was like, okay, this is not working. So this is a way. Look at the finished one, how nice it looks. Right there. I finished it by just die cutting one little label from this was the Stitch Shapes, I believe. And I put the Enjoy that came with one of our wonderful kits. Is this one, the one before, the one from last month, okay? gift of fall had that enjoy right there. So I put enjoy, okay? And I'll give you my first tip of what you can actually put inside these boxes. I found this absolutely awesome chocolates. Look at this. They are about the same color. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I went to an Ace, I think it's, Acme. Acme, I always call it 8. Acme store, and let me show you which chocolates are this one so you can go get them. These are the Dove Pumpkins. Milk chocolate are the orange ones. And then if you like dark chocolate, then you can buy these ones. But I love that they came with a pumpkin drawn in the front. And in this case, I'm using an apple. It doesn't matter. This one looks like an apple too. But you could use a pumpkin instead of an apple if you wish. So that is the first deal. And look at this. I'm going to open it so you see how I actually put the chocolate inside. Looks really nice and yummy. Look at that. I put a bunch in there for this presentation. I think I put less on the ones that I put on the table the other day. But I wanted you to see that many of these ones can fit in there, and you can now just go get this. What happens if you are doing some projects and you don't want them to be orange, you don't want them to be black, you don't want them to be any fall color? Well, this is what you're going to do. I decided that you can actually turn your boxes white. And yes, it does have a teeny bit of the pumpkin coming through here, as you see. But I decided to change my boxes, and instead of using them in white, I could certainly, on this color, black and orange, you can certainly decorate this canvas however you want. And as you see, I just did it. Right there. Voila. I decorated it by just stamping on the sides. And you wonder how in the world I did that. Well, what I did is that I took my little box. Okay. I'm going to open it because I don't know. Ooh, no, not yet. Okay, I'm going to give you the idea right away. But check it out. You can use your boxes to put money inside. You know the fun that's going to be for some of the grandchildren, the nephews, the nieces, whoever you invite to your Thanksgiving table. I thought this was being such a cool idea. You can put some like with $1, and then there must be like a price one with a 20, okay? Or you can put just a bunch of fake money and then one of them with actual money so that they're really excited about opening their boxes. Don't you think that's a super cool idea? I hope you like that idea because this is the box that I would like to receive right there. I took my husband's money from his wallet and I put it here. I told him I would return it. But I just did that. I'm like, oh, honey, you have cash. We can put them inside here. I love that. Now, I'm going to take that cash out of here, because I want to show you what I did to open my box the other way without totally messing it up, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to bring your heat embossing tool. And it sort of helped me to open it without breaking it as much. So I'm just going to turn it on and show you how I did it. It's not like a perfect science, okay? Some of them will look one way, some of them won't, but I'll show you how I did it. So I turned this on. And it's going to be blowing here. I hope it's not. Yep, there I go. And I'm going to start putting the area, you see right there, that is where the glue is, okay? That glue that came with the box. So I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to let it get real hot. And when it's real hot, I know it is. It's not touching my fingers, but it's touching the box. I'm going to come and I'm going to start peeling it a bit, okay? So here you have your first box, okay? Again, it's not a super perfect idea, but look at this. It totally gives you a way to do your box. Now, this I may need to remove, and I can still remove, you see, because that's from the other thing. Either remove it or you're going to have to cover it. Mine, the other one didn't do that. Look, I'll show you. This is the part. See that it's a little rough right there? It's a little rough, but I still stamped on top of it and you can hardly see it. You could do this or you could do this, and then you will have your box entirely the same. So, you know, in this case, since I have that there and I don't care about that, I'm just going to take my tear and tape. I'm going to bring a little bit when I find the end of it. I hope you're liking these ideas because I really enjoy that I can actually have a white box, okay? I can't have a white box. So I'm going to put it the other way because I don't mind about that little thing in there. Okay, that little black thing is gonna kind of mess up my pretty box. So I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna close it right there. Then I'm gonna bring my paper piercer. The coolest thing is you can do the box exactly the same way, but turning it around. So instead of having a, don't do that. Instead of having a pumpkin pie, I call it a pumpkin pie box, you're now having a white canvas box that you can actually decorate however you want. You can put paper around it, or you can just leave it like this and just add different colors to it and embellish it with some ribbon. So super simple, but just that was my second idea. And cut squares out of it. And the square that I actually use is the one from the, which one's this one? Stitch Shapes. This one's. Come here. The one I used was the second size going up of the squares, okay? It coordinates perfectly with your box. So if you take your, it goes inside your box, very nice like this, you know. I opened one of the boxes. You see that I did it here again. And then I took all of the squares off, okay? I'll show you what I did with the squares in a second. But what I also did is that I decided to close it. Now, when you go to actually die cut your squares from this box, I suggest before you do it, you fold every single, you know, score line in your box before you do it. Right now I'm doing it again, but you should do it before you do it because it's a little bit cumbersome to do it. You see, these are very thin right here. Now, we are going to put this box again back together, I should say. Now, when you do this, this little flap is gonna be there. So what I did is that I took my scissors, which are right here, and I took off exactly that part. Okay, so this is gonna go off. And then I'm gonna put this right here. And I use my favorite Tombow adhesive glue. And I just put a little bit here. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to hear your comments. Here, I'm going to just close my little box for a second, taking that extra off. Okay, and when it's all dried and nice, you are just gonna put the box together, and look what I did with mine. This is what I did with mine. So mine is open, you see, and I looked around my entire house to see if I could find a candle, okay? Because I think this would be really pretty to put a little candle inside, or even put vellum on the sides, like put vellum and then a candle. Little candle, I'm talking the battery operated ones, okay? Because if you put a real candle, your little box is going to disappear. Poof, full of fire. But if you don't have a candle and you don't want to use them that way, which would be really nice for decorating a table, you can add a little baggie with some chocolate inside, and it just looks so festive. Don't you think it looks so festive? So this is one of the ideas. This was idea number 3. Now, what to do with all those beautiful squares that you cut, and I have several around here. I've been cutting squares like crazy because I really like that idea. I don't know where I put my other ones. Here they are. Okay, so I have many. I show you. Okay, now what I did is that I actually created a card, and I'm going to create one with you here. Okay, we are going to take this and let's make a card today. Sometimes I go through from project to project, and I don't show you the entire process, but this is a super simple card, and I want to show you what to do with those nice squares. Many of you have those stitch shapes. It's one of the best dies that I actually have, okay? One of the best dies that I have. I love it. And what I'll do is that I'll take some dimensionals. look at my original idea, how it came out. I actually added some twine just surrounding this piece of Whisper White. So most likely what I'll do is that I'll come around with it later on and maybe put a bow or something, but it really looks really cute with it, don't you think? I added more of those beautiful branches, and then another one of my favorite paper pumpkin baskets. You're the reason I smile today. So I hope this is a cool idea that you repeat it, and if you like it, let me know. You could take your box and just cut it in fours, okay? This is pretty much your box, something like this. So I took my cutter and I cut my box in fours. And when I cut it in fours, I already saw something different that I could do. So I'll show you my first idea, which is, why is it my favorite, okay? And it's using this one right here. I'm not going to do the entire card, but I want to show you what you can make with this card. And I think you're going to love it. Okay. What I did is that I took this and I started looking at it. And when I folded it, I was like, you know what? That looks like a vase. It really looks like a vase. And I turned it around and I measured. And I measured from this end over to this line, and it was 2.5. I went ahead and I cut it right there at 2.5. Okay, and I decided to use this as a base for one of my cards. Super, super simple, but I think you can do it too. So here's the card that I created. Okay, and again, I use some of my stamps from last month. You can use any of the stamps that you have, but I did that, and then I brought one of my newest ribbons from my share that I did with the holiday catalog. It was awesome. I think everybody received their shares already, and it's this one right here, the Shaded Spruce Gold Striped Ribbon 3/8. It's this one right here, and I went around my little vase because I could see just this huge vase with, I don't know, I saw decor in it. So I thought that you could do it too, and I wanted to show it to you. Besides this idea of the vase, which is what I saw in this part, I also saw a little purse. So if you think about it, I have my purse right here. You can just cut a little bit. I folded it, okay? I'm going to show you how I did this because I did this like this, but I'm going to take this out and I'm going to bring my scissors. And what I did is that I went from this end to this one. Then I went from this end to this one. Then when I close it, I still have that white, right? So I went like this. And I'm going to take this other side as well, just a teeny bit. Okay, perfect. So we have our vase, we have a little purse. Actually, for my purse, I took 2 dimensionals. And I'm going to close it right here. And you better stay tuned because I'm going to be making a card with it, but I won't do it in the video. It would take too long. It is so fun. I want you to stay connected with me in the Stampin' Blessing group and also on my blog, stampinblessing.com. I'm going to be showing you what I do with these little purses for one of my cards. But I have another card for you. And this card was actually inspired by my friend Kathy Rowland. So thank you, Kathy. If you are connected, you are amazing. And this is what I did. You know, I cut how many of these, okay? So with this one, you can make another purse. So there you have another purse, 2 purses per box. And with these ones, you could make, you could also make like a gift bag. And that's what I did. I'll show you how I did it. Miss Kathy showed me a card that just sparked my imagination. I was like, you are the bomb. How come you come with those ideas? And I tried to case her card. I told her I was going to do it. She gave me permission to share it. Haha. Thank you, my Kathy. You're amazing. And the way I did this card is I took some dimensionals and I put them behind here. Okay. I think I'm going to put a little more. I'll show you the card that I made in just a second. But these are many ideas that I want to bring you so you can use your Halloween kit for non-Halloween ideas, okay? I love it. So I did this, and then I brought a piece of, where is my tissue paper? Here it is. It fell on the ground. I cut a little bit of the tissue paper from the box, okay? And I did this thing. So here I have this little piece right here. And I'm going to position it right here. Correct? And I'm just looking around. Yes, here it is. Right there. But before I do that, I want to show you a little trick. I cut a piece that is exactly, this is 4 3/4, okay? 4 3/4 for a quarter. Look at my paper, my grid paper right there. That is a 1/4 of an inch. So I took 1/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. And I want you to take it and do this little thing right here, just to give it a shape, okay? And when it has a shape, you're gonna bring your tear and tape, and you're gonna take a little piece here and a little piece there, because these is gonna be the hanging thingies of your gift bag, okay? So we're almost done, but I love it. Yeah, I can't wait to hear which one is your favorite. This is so fun. It is fun to know that you're gonna be here every Monday and that I'm gonna be here, thank the Lord, to be creating with you. So here I have my little gift bag, right? And I'm gonna put this right here, and then I'm gonna twist this. That's why I give it that little twist, and I'm gonna put it right here where the adhesive is on my side. There you go. And that's the way I like making my little handle, okay? Then I'm gonna bring some tape, and I'm gonna be adding this to the back of my gift bag. This is not gonna be seen. Let me just position it there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna be adding this here. And then you go ahead and put this on your card and check out the end result. This is my card that I created with the same idea. Okay, I use the swirls, I think it's the swirls embossing folder with mint macaron, and I love mint macaron. Now I said it right. I love how this color goes with mint macaron, and I hope you like it too. It is so nice. And as you see, my dimensionals will kind of keep that bag a little bit, you know, like puffy, and I like that because it looks like it's bringing a gift, okay? So this is intended to be either a birthday card or a, hey, I want to give you a gift card, okay? So I just use my For You, and this is from another one of my paper pumpkin kits. It's the one with the flower. If you remember the one with the flower, I'm forgetting the name, but the one that came with a big rose, that's the one for the For You, and just a little bag right there. So you have now, from one box, you can get a vase, you can get a gift bag, you could also get a little purse, which I will be finishing later. And if you are mega creative today, I inspire you to just do something else with these ones. I honestly think these two look like aprons. Don't you think they look like aprons? Like I would put this one as the girl apron and this one as the male apron, and just cut this two and make it long, and this one make it long. I had too many ideas and I just couldn't put them all together for one video with my time schedule. But hey, I throw it out there and maybe you like it. Now I have one more idea that I want to share with you, and I hope you like it. Again, it's not necessarily a completed card, but it's certainly something that you could do. Okay, so here's my card. And yes, it has nothing in the front. I know, I understand. But check out what happened on the inside. Ta-da-da! That is a little tissue box. Yes, we have a tissue box in here. And what I did is that I took my wonderful box and I actually put it in my cutter, and I cut it here and I cut it here. So I took these two sides and I just had this. And when you have that, this is what you end up having, okay? You end up having that right there. So you cut this, you cut that, and then you put glue in here and glue in here, as I did here. I put glue on this side, glue on this side, and then you close your card. And if you notice, I just put some tissue in here. It's just a tiny piece of tissue paper. And if you're wondering how I did that cut, I took my 1-inch punch, which actually fits perfectly inside of our box, and I went ahead and did that circle. So I think this is a super cool idea, and I know that you are all such amazing crafters. I am so in love with this kit and with every kit that Paper Pumpkin brings now. My desire right now is to share with you a word from the Bible that it's always encouraging, but particularly share with you some details about what I'm starting today, and I'm inviting you as my friends to do with me as many days as you can. This is a challenge for me called 23 caring cards. I was having my devotion this morning. I knew I was going to start the 23 caring cards challenge. And remember, we did one called the Past Paper Pumpkin Kit Challenge. That was amazing. I love the generosity of all of your hearts. You all share so much. Not only your creativity, but everybody even brought from the generous heart. They submitted a prize for the winner, and I love that, absolutely. And I want to give you another opportunity this time to give as well. I will be adding some more prizes, and I will be putting pictures on my Stamp a Blessing blog and also here in the Facebook group. But let's go to the word, because I was so encouraged by this Bible verse. Colossians 2:9 says, "For in Christ all the fullness of the deity lives in bodily form, and you have been given fullness in Christ, who is the head over every power and authority." You know what? You've been given fullness. You are full of His presence and full of blessings. And sometimes we believe the lie that we are empty-handed, that we really don't have anything. But today I want to bring that truth to the table, that you are actually full, and God has given you fullness in Christ, not so that you hoard that fullness, but that you share it with others, correct? And here in Stamp a Blessing, my desire is to encourage you to use what you have, to be a blessing to others, and through little challenges like this, to say, hey, do you have 23 cards at home that you can maybe hand to somebody in the next 23 days, not thinking too much about it, not necessarily sitting down to create 23 cards. That's not what I'm calling you to do. I'm calling you to use your stash of handmade cards. Yes, the ones that you've never given to anybody, and they're there waiting for you to be a blessing. Today I'm encouraging you to care for people. And in the Word of God, Colossians, Paul was one who cared so much for the people that he shared the Word with. Look in Colossians 2:1 and 2, just a few verses before that one that I read. Paul said, "I want you to know how much I'm struggling for you and for those in Laodicea, and for all who have not met me personally. My purpose is that they may be encouraged in heart and united in love, so that they may know the mystery of God, namely Christ." I'm inviting you to struggle with me, to care for people, to care for them, to encourage them, and that is your purpose in doing this. Just like Paul said, to encourage them in heart and look for that unity in love. I think as Christians, we can make a difference, and sometimes we hoard so much instead of giving so much. This is an opportunity to just go grab whatever 23 cards you have around your house, as simple as they can be, okay, and share them. And I made a list that I would love for you to be encouraged to follow. If it doesn't work, don't fret, okay? If a day doesn't work, switch them. If it talks about a husband and you're not married, hey, give it to a brother, or give it to a man that was an inspiration to you. Hey, give it to your sister. I don't mind. You can make this your own, as long as you are giving and encouraging with 23 cards during the next 23 days. So it's 23 days starting today, September 23rd. I want you to be a bigger blessing. I want you to show caring. For what? Number one, today, send a card to a friend. I'm going to get a card, write a note, put it in my mailbox, and that's all you have to do. Or give it to that friend personally, someone that you have to remind them who they are in Christ, how full they are, how blessed they are, or how loved they are, and that you're thinking of them. Number two, a sick person. Number three, a teacher. 4, a leader, whatever kind of leader you've seen in your life, you can hand or mail a card today. 5, a young person, can be a kid as well. 6, a stay-at-home mom or a business mom, a mom that works hard and you see her. 7, a pastor that has encouraged you, or a spiritual leader, a Christian leader that has been an inspiration to you. 8, a homeless person. And this one, if you don't see that homeless person that day, don't fret. Prepare the card, have it in your car most likely. I even encourage you to put maybe $2, $5. Just put an encouraging word for that homeless person and put it in your card. Snap a picture, post it under that day post about the 23 caring cards. That counts. Is wonderful. You're going to be ready for it. 9, a neighbor. 10, a mailman. 11, a widow. At 12, soldier, someone that is in the armed forces. 13, a dad, someone that protects you, someone that is an example. It could be a brother if you don't have your dad here with you. Also, on day 14, a worship leader. And 15, your husband, or a protector, or a friend, or a provider, someone that has been there for you when you need them. 16, a daughter or a son. 17, a mom or a sister in Christ, or a nurturer, someone that has spent some time with you as a nurturer. 18, the author of a book. That's going to be very interesting. Is there an author that you wish you could have said thank you for this book sometime? Just write it. Thank you for this book. Look for the address of their ministry and go send that author a card, one of your cards. 19, someone in media, someone that is a TV director or a TV actor or a singer. I don't care if he's famous or not. Someone that blesses you. Take the time to let them know that they are blessed and that you are blessing them and that they are a blessing to you. Number 20, give a card to someone you do not know. Find someone in the street. Find someone in the store. Find someone that you don't really know their name, but maybe you see that person in the school line every single day. That's the name 20. That's the number 20, an unknown person. 21, someone who serves extravagantly. If you see someone serving extravagantly at church or out of the church, bless that person saying, I see you. 22, someone you admire somehow. It could be from your past or it can be from now in the present. Send a card to that person. Think about it. You can start making a list of who are you going to make. You're going to do this for 23 days. You can be ready for it. And number 23, this is going to be interesting, but this card you're going to send to yourself. Yes, I'm actually going to put a stamp on my card and I'm going to send it on my address. And I'm going to say, Jessica, you got this. Go be a bigger blessing. God bless you to be a blessing. Just make a quote and send it to yourself. You know what? Because sometimes we have to say, you did it. And the Lord is for you, never against you. So that is my encouragement for you today. If you have questions, send them. I'm going to be making another post all this week talking about the 23 caring cards, prices, and how everything is going to work. I'm also working on a post for my stampablessing.com. I hope you join me. And if you're not on my Facebook group, you're watching me on YouTube, hey, go to Instagram or any other platform and use the hashtag 23 caring cards. We have 23 days, okay, to share the heart of God with others through our cards. So be a bigger blessing today. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like this non-Halloween ideas and you leave me your comments below. And if you're not part of my YouTube subscribers, I pray that you click that bell and you click that subscribe and you become part of my community. God is so good, and I know He's doing something beautiful in your life as He's doing in mine. God bless you. Thank you for being here today and joining me. I can't wait to hear from you. We'll stay in touch. Mwah. Ciao, ciao.